Hey guys, David here. Welcome to Digital Outlook, where you're going to find the best community in all of crypto. In today's video, things could get absolutely wild. So guys, without further ado, why don't we get to it? So guys, right now, things are heating up in this space and big time. And in fact, it's my personal belief that it won't be too much longer and things are going to go absolutely wild. Now, why do I think that? Well, guys, I'm telling you what, the sentiment in this space and how it feels exactly like it did the last time that I was here, just before Judy and I saw that massive move and led into the bull run that we were a part of. And right now, look at what you're dealing with. You got, whether the SEC is going to approve this Bitcoin ETF or not, whether the X account got hacked or it didn't get hacked, and we will talk a little bit about that. But things are happening in a powerful way, and you can literally just feel the vibrations in this space, literally about ready to send it. Now, I'll tell you what, when you get to that spot, be at a position where you have got your thinking cap on, where you have strategically taken the time and developed your plan. Now, why am I saying that, guys? When Judy and I were getting ready for that thing, both of us were working for the tax department before that last bull run hit. And we were sitting there. Now, I had been with the tax department for almost 25 years. And I had worked in aggressive tax planning. I worked in special enforcement. I was a national programs leader. I did stints as, being a team leader and on and on and on. And I'll tell you what, I thought that my mind was about as disciplined as you could be because, look, some of my strongest competencies are analytical thinking, decisiveness, judgment, things like that I was able to actually go out and employ in what I did. And as an investigative officer, when I was in those spaces, boy, I handled some amazing cases. And so I was almost convinced that no matter what, I could really develop this and handle it. Well, I'm going to tell you something, guys, nothing prepared Judy and I for that emotional roller coaster that we were about to go on because it happened so fast. It was practically impossible to digest. And it was truly monumental. I'm talking when you see not just hundreds, but thousands upon thousands of percentage gains in your portfolio, and you're watching that happen over a period of a few short weeks, I'm telling you, it is truly mind-bending. And of course, that last bull run revolutionized our lives. Well, this is why, guys, we are out there and encouraging people, get out there and be ready and make a strategic plan. Because I'll tell you what, when this next thing absolutely goes wild, most of the people that you would want to turn to have availability for, to, get that kind of assistance, are not going to be available. But the reason they're not going to be available, obviously, is not to hurt you or cut you off, but because they're trying to take look after their own gardens. And I can tell you that will be our story for sure, because things are going to move so fast. You're not going to have the time to take a sidestep and, do things over here helping other folks, because you're going to be out there trying to help yourself and get positioned to take some strategic action, bang, bang, bang. And that's what we'll be doing. Now, we've been throwing it out there. Our coaching, we've been doing it for probably, at least a year anyway. And in that time, we have literally coached hundreds of people from practically every walk of life, from ordinary, regular folks like ourselves to professionals like lawyers, accountants, doctors, and dentists, and you name it, law professionals, law enforcement officers, people that are, in professional sports and musicians and on and on. And every one of those folks that we coach, what they were really thinking is what they really wanted to be able to achieve is to have a strategic mindset so that they would be ready to execute their plan and not be a victim to this pandemonium that is about to take place. And so, guys, that's why we're always throwing it out there. Now, listen, we do our coaching. I'll throw this up here. If you're interested in it, our coaching is $250 for 1 hour where we do it one-on-one over Zoom. And if it interests you, hey, write me right there at that coaching at thedigital.outlook.com. Now, the reason I'm throwing this up at the beginning of the video is because, guys, I want you to know as things really do heat up, we're not not going to have the availability like we did have it before. And I want you to make it. I want you to be absolutely a winner in this space. And I believe you can be. But guys, I know so many people that during that last run, they were not prepared. And you know what most of them did? They rode it all the way up and ended up riding it all the way down. Now, a lot of people say, yeah, but that would never happen to me. Guys, I'm telling you from personal experience, you have no idea what's coming and how fast it's going to come. It is going to come so amazingly, amazingly fast. And this is where you want to have your thinking cap on. You want to be as absolutely strategic as possible. Now, something else I'm going to throw out there is this. If you do have a plan out there, oh no, by the way, let me do an aside here just before I get to that. If you've taken the coaching for what we've delivered, and you drop your comments right down there as to what you feel you got out of it. If you've taken our coaching, and like I say, we have done hundreds of people of all walks of life. You've taken the coaching, drop it down. Give these guys some perspective of what you really got out of it and why it's so vitally important. Now, having said that, something else a lot of people are not thinking is their off ramps. They're really not, because what Judy and I experienced when this thing went wild last time, a lot of these exchanges, and for those of you that live through the bull run, you can attest to this as well. A lot of those exchanges out there, like Coinbase, like Kraken, like iPoll, like this and that, the servers were going down like crazy and they'd be out for hours. Do you know why? Because so many people were trying to sign on at one time and access the network that the servers literally collapsed. It had nothing nefarious to do with the exchanges, like they were doing something bad. They did not have the ability to handle the volume, and it was a race to the trough, and it was happening that fast. Well, in that capacity, when we saw that happen, you know what Judy and I did? Back in 2020, we had signed up with a crypto broker, and the crypto broker that we used was Caleb and Brown. Now, why I preferred that is because, listen, if all that mayhem was going on and the exchanges were going down and people couldn't even get on the exchanges to do their buying or selling or whatever they wanted to do, I could just pick up the phone and I could talk to a broker person to person, and that person would assist me in getting my orders filled. Now, I'll tell you what, I have been using Caleb and Brown for doing that. Now, there's a picture of Caleb and Brown. And guys, the thing is this with Caleb and Brown, there are absolutely zero fees to sign up. There's zero fees to custody your assets there should you choose to do that. There's zero fees to phone up and talk to your broker and kind of get his ideas and views on various things and things like that. There are no fees for that. The only fee that you pay is the percent, is that, fee when you buy or sell. And listen, the fee for that, I think, is around maybe like 4% or something like that. And look, we have a link in our video here where you can get, a deal with them, 3.5%. But full disclosure, guys, if you use that link, they're going to pay us a referral fee. It's the same kind of referral fee you would get if you referred your brother-in-law or anything like that. But it's there. Now, if you don't want to use that, just go to calebandbrown.com. Do yourself a favor. Think about your off ramps. And remember this, when you're dealing with a lot of these exchanges, do you realize that they have daily withdrawal limits and monthly withdrawal limits? You can max out on that. Now imagine you see some phenomenal level of profits. How many days, weeks, or months are you going to take trying to withdraw that from a lot of those exchanges? Whereas with a broker, you can have your, all your routing information to your bank and bam, get in. And listen, I have used Caleb and Brown for some major trades, both buying and selling, and I've never been disappointed. In fact, when I've had funds come into my account from sales and stuff that I had done, it happened within days, within 1 or 2 days. The funds were there. Bang, just like that. And so, guys, something you really want to consider. Now, having talked about all that, guys, I want us to take a look at some of these articles right over here. Now, guys, just check this article out right here. XRP News, SEC account hack. BTC spot ETFs and Financial Services Committee hearing. Now listen to this. It is truly crazy what's going on. It could be a pivotal day for the crypto market if the SEC approves the first batch of BTC spot ETFs. Speculation about an XRP spot ETF could grow. Now listen down here. On Tuesday, XRP declined by 1.9%, partially reversing the 4.79% rally from Monday. And it ended the day around, 56.69? And this is the kind of wildness that was going on. There are no SEC versus Ripple stuff, no case-related updates or anything like that. Now, what there was out there is confusion about the SEC's approving the first batch of BTC spot ETFs impacting the appetite for crypto. Now, on Tuesday, the SEC came out and announced that their X account was compromised, saying that the SEC X account was compromised and then an unauthorized post was posted. The SEC has not approved the listing and trading of spot Bitcoin exchange traded products. Now, guys, that just happened. And I mean, look, have you ever seen, by the way, I will point this out. I have most people that have had their accounts hacked. It literally takes them practically days to ever get it back. These guys get it back within maybe 5 minutes? It was truly wild. Now, I want to think, hey, is this an inside job? Did they mean to put that kind of, confusion into the marketplace? First it's approved and then, oh no, it's not. Sometimes I think maybe an underling put it up there knowing what the decision was, dropped it up there in advance, thinking they're going to do a favor for their boss, Gary Gensler. And then Gary gets on the phone and says, holy blubby blah blip, get that off of there, and gets on his own Twitter and says, oh no, wait, we were compromised. That's what really went down. And meanwhile, they get it back. They get the use of it back within just a few minutes. Now, I understand Elon Musk is going to go out there and investigate all what happened, but I'll tell you what, I think if this is really, why true the way in which they did it, maybe some heads are going to roll. But tomorrow, they're still out there expecting to see this Bitcoin spot ETF get approved. Now, having said that, like these guys were talking about, a potential one for XRP, just listen to this right here. Ethereum and XRP ETFs could be next, suggests Valkyrie's investment chief. Now, this was big. Now, he comes out with and this is what this article is talking about, says with the likelihood of approvals for spot Bitcoin exchange traded fund products by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission, Valkyrie's chief investment officer, Stephen McClure, has hinted that a spot Ethereum ETF and XRP ETF may be around the corner. While Stephen McClure said he will not be surprised if a spot ETF comes to the market, many align with the assumption considering the position that ETH occupies in the industry. Ethereum, get this, is the second largest digital currency in the market today and is trading around $2,272. Now, the consensus at the moment is that history will be made this week, get that, even with all that X debacle that's going on, that the SEC will approve the Bitcoin ETFs. The signs currently pouring to the popular belief. First, the SEC has been unusually forthcoming in its correspondence with potential Bitcoin ETF filers with the last 24 hours feedback granted to them. Additionally, the SEC and Gary Gensler have been doubling down on investor education, going out there posting things. Well, hey guys, if you get into this digital asset space, there's lots of volatility and on and on. Now, he admonished that crypto investments are risky and may not necessarily be what they are presented as. Well, hey, Bitcoin's Bitcoin. We know that, right? And so is XRP and all that. But there are projects in here. Judy and I have been victims of rug pulls, to be sure. And this is where you're investigating it and spending the time educating yourself prevents you from being a victim to all that nonsense. And hopefully, as we get more regulatory clarity and this space gets more, adoption in the wide marketplace, that a lot of these other ones that are just nothing but fluff get washed away and thrown out with the trash. Now, overall, BlackRock Inc., Fidelity Investments, Valkyrie, VanEck, and Bitwise, amongst others, are hopeful that their proposed rule change for this product will be granted. If the expectations are met, it might stir a ripple effect, pardon the pun, that may usher in spot Ethereum ETFs long term. The enthusiasm for spot Ethereum ETF also extends to XRP, and the industry analysis believe that this update may spark a rare boost in the XRP ecosystem. Now, he says that, Stephen McClure, chief investment officer for Valkyrie Fund, says it wouldn't surprise him if he saw Ripple and Ethereum spot ETFs coming to the market now that this Bitcoin one's approved. The chatter surrounding a potential spot XRP ETF has been in the ecosystem for some time, and in November, remember that fraudulent one, allegedly linked to BlackRock, was filed. Now that move sparked a temporary rally in the price. Now guys, if we get a legitimate one, can you just fathom what's going to happen? And forget that, just think of the spin-offs from a Bitcoin ETF. This is going to send the space into like a wild frenzy most people have never seen. I absolutely believe it. Why is that? Well, with a spot ETF, you have to hold the underlying asset. And they're talking about trillions of dollars coming into this space as a result. Well, don't you think you're going to see some overflow? Well, for sure you are, because people are going to become aware of this space and they're going to start hearing about XRP. They're going to start hearing more about Ethereum and on and on. You wouldn't believe how many people have never even heard those two words, XRP and Ethereum. That's true. A lot of people have heard about Bitcoin, and of course it's got that brand recognition, that first mover advantage. But the rest of this space is going to benefit from what happens over here, at least in the short term. Now, guys, just take a look at this. Crypto analyst predicts crypto market to reach $23 trillion. That's what they're talking about. And as a result, XRP priced to cross $13. Now, crypto analyst Dark Defender has provided insight into how the XRP price could rise to $13. The analyst also suggested that the crypto token price could end up being way above that when other factors are considered. In a post on his X platform, Dark Defender stated that the XRP price could hit $13 when the total crypto market cap hits $23 trillion within a year. He noted how the crypto market has become more valuable year over year as it rose from $816 billion a year ago to around $1.6 trillion now. As such, he expects a third wave to happen, with XRPs rising with the tide. The analyst also hinted that there is the possibility that XRP could go higher than $13, as this price level will be achieved without considering its fundamentals. So what are we talking about? Utility-based, obviously. The fundamentals that he alluded to were regulatory clarity and XRP's utility. XRP gaining legal clarity has been touted as one of its unique offerings and something that paints a bullish picture for the crypto token. Guys, we are literally seeing things happen in this space that are going to cause things, in my estimation, to really start firing off in a big way. And I believe the rest of this week, tomorrow, whichever way it goes, guys, whether they approve it or they don't approve it, you've got to start thinking strategically and long term. Stop looking at the day-to-day price action. You are going to get literally hoodwinked by the guys that manipulate this space, and you could possibly end up being a victim of the way in which they try to emotionally maneuver us into the way that they want us to go. You got to take the emotion out of it. I'll tell you one thing. That's one place Lewis Jackson and I 100% agree. You have got to learn how to strategically discipline yourself to cut the emotion out of it and to get a genuine strategic plan tailored to you and to what your goals are, so that you can absolutely achieve it in this next bull run. I think great things are truly on the way, guy. And this is where you want to get out there and be absolutely ready for it, because it's going to be the ride of our lives. So guys, this is the video I have for you today, and as always, I truly hope that you enjoyed it. Now, many of you know I'm not a financial advisor, and this isn't financial advice, but if you found value in it, if you'd hit that like and subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Hey, don't forget to put your comments right down there in the comment section, and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any of our regularly released videos. So, in the meantime, and in between time, stay safe, be blessed, and I'll catch you in the next one.